Hey guys, Ivan here, and yesterday Heath uploaded this photo of himself flexing his biceps, his arms looking humongous, and I made a video about it. I mentioned what he wrote in the description, but I didn't read the comments, and there was a lot of interesting comments. Some of them are hinting a comeback and so on, so I thought it would be fun to make a video about this. Basically to show you Heath's answers to some of the questions, so it's kind of a Q&A, and to comment on his answers. So let's go with the first one. Okay, so the first one that you have probably heard about is this one, where he says that he didn't retire yet. So the question was, what's your goal weight come retirement from bodybuilding? And he says, I don't know, haven't retired, maybe 225, 230, but basically he says, haven't retired. What does it mean? It means he's gonna compete again. And where is he gonna compete? Well, I don't see any other federations he's gonna compete in. Of course, it's gonna be IBB Pro League, and is it gonna be Mr. Olympia, or maybe just Atleticon or something like that, something like Kai did, only Arnold Classics. I don't see that happening really. I think he's gonna go for that title again. I think he's smart enough that he knows he can do it, and he shouldn't just be angry at the bodybuilding industry and at the federation and so on. He should go for that 8th title. I hope he will. I hope this is actually what he meant by this. Maybe this just means that he didn't retire officially, but he didn't really decide that he is gonna compete. So this still doesn't mean anything, but it's a big thing that he said. So he's not retired officially. We cannot say Heath is retired since he says that he isn't. And this was the next response. It was a little bit funny. So he called out the Nick Strength and Power. After Phil said that he isn't retired, a couple of guys tagged the Nick Strength and Power to see that, to make a video about. But where are my followers? Where were you guys to tell me about this? Just kidding, but honestly, if you want to follow me, go on Instagram, just type Even Bodybuilding and follow me over there. There's a Q&A going on, so you can actually ask a question or whatever. Anyways, here he says, yeah, let's add Nick in, lol, you're funny. So yeah, he kind of made fun of Nick and so on, but he would say the same thing about me if I was on Nick's place, so I shouldn't be laughing at this, but it is what it is. Let's go with the next one. What is your next plan? Are you going to do Arnold Classic Brazil? And Phil says, no in white. This is basically a joke, of course. If he wants to do it, he can do it. He doesn't need an in white. He is not the greatest of all time. He's 7-time champ, so just a joke, of course. He doesn't plan on doing it, obviously. He's just joking. That's it. Let's go to the next one. Now, this one I found interesting. This seems fishy, right? I found this interesting, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just didn't get the context since I'm not a native English speaker. If you guys get something that I didn't get, tell me down below. But basically, I think he meant fish, like start eating fish, because Heath eats a lot of tilapia and a lot of fish when he's prepping for a show. So it basically means start eating lean meats and just fish to prep for a show. And Heath says not yet, which means eventually yes, but not right now. So this is kind of a hint that he's gonna compete. Maybe, I could be wrong. If you think I'm wrong, if there is something else that I don't get, tell me down below, but it seems like that. It just could be what he meant. Let's go with the next one. Not even your final form yet, Jesus. He says, not even close. Finding new level like fucking Goku did after the tournament. So he's actually finding a new level, which means he is not retired. He has not given up on bodybuilding yet. He's gonna be better than ever, at least that's the plan based on this. He's finding the new level. That's what he says right here. He could be just teasing us, he could be lying, pretty much. Just, because this is just comments on Instagram. This doesn't have a lot of strength, He could be saying whatever he wants, just to mess with us, just to keep us guessing, just to make us, YouTubers, make videos about him, to make fans talk about him, but maybe not. Maybe he's serious about this stuff. Maybe he actually is finding a new level. Maybe we're gonna see the best Heath yet. Maybe. But I know what you're all thinking about. How is his stomach right now? That's the biggest problem. That was the biggest problem. Conditioning, he can bring mass too, everything else, but the stomach is the problem, right? Well, there is a question about that and an answer. Let me show you. How are you holding up since this surgery? Feeling back to 100? And he says, I'm feeling much better this time around, thank you. So he says that after this surgery, he feels much better than the last time, than the last one that happened before the 2018 Mr. Olympia. So hopefully it is fixed. Hopefully it's fixed. Hopefully, next time we see him on stage, he's gonna look much improved and the stomach won't be an issue. Maybe his stomach is gonna look aesthetic now. I don't know how the scar tissue is gonna look. Hopefully it's nothing big, but I'm sure, Phil Heath is a rich man. He's a wealthy man, so I'm sure he fixed the scars and everything. I'm sure he's gonna look better than 2018 when he competes again, or if he competes again. Let's go to the next question. We already know that your bicep is one of the strongest points. Where is the abdomen, man? He says, under my shirt. So this guy basically asked what we're all thinking. He could have been a little bit more respectful with this question, but basically that's what we're all thinking. What is up with his stomach? Is it fixed? But he just says, it's under my shirt, so whatever, let's go to the next one. How big are those guns right now? About 23 inches. 23 inches, that's a lot. That's a big arm, for sure. For my European followers, it's about 59 centimeters, almost. So that is a huge arm. It's not just illusion or something. That is a huge arm. 23 inches. Jesus. Late entrance to the Arnold, Ohio. Easy money. Nah, I'm good. So, not doing Arnold, Ohio as if anybody really hoped for that. But it's not gonna happen if you were thinking about it. And that was the last interesting question that I found. This is it. Phil Heath Q&A basically. If you guys enjoyed this, tell me down below, like the video, tell me what you think about Phil Heath and his comeback, whatever is on your mind, tell me down below in the comment section. Follow me on Instagram, once again, even bodybuilding. All the best guys and bye bye.